play at this point. The storm, the thundering, it took me out. And I got to work here in 30 minutes. God. It's never easy, right? Let's see. What's going on here? It's a wrap for this. This is still recording just through OBS right now, but I cannot stream it. I cannot play it because my Wi-Fi is down because of the storm. Now I got to call the cable company and ask when they're going to have my damn Wi-Fi up because I got to work here in 30 minutes too. Crazy. All right, man. So this is the story, man. I guess I'll put in the comments, an update in the comments somewhere. Apologies to those who stuck around. Oh, wait, we're back. We're back. Hold up, we back.
So he was still with you when the girl's now in the suitcase.
Oh, I think the internet's back up. Hold on. I think my internet is back up. It is. Let me know if you can hear me out there, if you can see me out there. Anybody in the chat, let me know. Click here to retry. Come on. Trying to get everything back up and running. Hold on. Let's go. Is everything coming back up? Is the Wi-Fi back rolling? I see it says I'm live here. Okay, looks like the chat's back up. The internet brought itself back up here. We got a storm going on right now where I'm at. Yesterday, the power went out. My whole block was gone yesterday. All right, let's take it back a little bit. Let's go right here. Let's take it back. Let me see if chat can hear me. Can you hear me, chat? Can anybody hear me out there? Am I still live? It says I am, but I don't see nothing moving. Okay, I don't know. Can't tell what's going on. All right, I'm gonna keep going here from here then.
That was.
I told you, maybe last year.
And then, what did you do with her body after that?
I just put it in a suitcase and I kept her.
Jocelyn's death is believed to have occurred around May of 2020, approximately 14 months before the traffic stop.
She was riding around with them babies for 14 months. Wow. How do you just go on living life knowing that your niece and nephew is in the trunk of the car and go on a whole year just living life knowing that they're in the trunk, not telling family members, not turning yourself in? You were so scared you didn't even call the ambulance when you beat her too hard, which might have saved her. Maybe she passed out and maybe you just pressing on her. Maybe you knocked the wind out of her and she blacked out and you pumping on her chest, not knowing how to accurately do CPR, might have did it. Might have crushed her ribs in and, you know what I'm saying? All kind of stuff.
Despite this, Nicole continued texting Deshelle as though Jocelyn was still alive. In April of 2021, Deshelle even thanked Nicole, writing, "Thank you for taking care of them so well." Nicole admits she continued traveling from hotel to hotel, carrying the young girl in the suitcase, eventually storing her in the trunk of the car. Jocelyn's body arrived at the medical examiner's office still wrapped in a comforter that contained a cigarette butt. Numerous bruises were found on her body, but an exact cause of death could not be determined due to the advanced stage of decomposition. Still, investigators ruled her death a homicide, citing evidence of physical abuse and neglect. With Jocelyn's fate uncovered, investigators turned to what happened to her nephew, 5-year-old Larry, whom Nicole refers to by the name Stink.
So, help me explain the other child. What happened? So he was still with you when the girl's now in the suitcase, in the car. So,
he didn't even want to go anywhere else. Like, that's why they said they talk to my family. My family don't know me. Like, you can ask all my friends. Like, as much as I tried to push him off or I wanted to drop him off and I knew I needed to drop him off, he just wanted to be with me.
So, what led to the next?
Damn, so he loved his auntie? That's crazy. I wonder what you told him happened to his sister. Because I know he asking for her every day. For a year.
With the other child.
I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know, because it was like 1 minute we was playing, and then 1 minute it was just like, it was like we were playing, like we was playing. I think something hit him in the leg.
Yeah, but that wouldn't cause him to die. Well, why would he die though?
I thought it was like a main artery or something.
Okay, well, explain that to me. Yeah, what happened?
I don't know, but then I know I saw him bleeding in his leg.
Where at on his leg?
I don't know. Like right here somewhere.
Right inside of his left thigh?
Yeah, but I did like.
Was the blood dripping? Was it?
Only way that I noticed it. And honestly, I didn't even notice it until I started trying to stink. And then when I started looking at his clothes, they was bloody.
The detective offers Nicole a cigarette and allows her to smoke in the interrogation room as she continues her story.
What caused the boy's injury with the blood in his thigh?
I can't remember what exactly he was playing with. And I think I yelled at I think I swung on him for playing with it. But I can't remember.
I think I swung on him. So we already know what you did to his sister. Now you trying to act like you don't know what happened to the boy. You already going down. You hear me? Because if God don't get you, the law don't get you, the family gonna get you. But definitely God can get you in the long run. But I'm just saying, like, there ain't no escape from what you've done to these children. So I don't know why you don't just come clean with it.
Was there a chance you hit him afterwards? And
God always get you. So let me not say if God don't get you. God always get us. We always get punished for what we do. You know what I'm saying? Some punishments we won't see to the afterlife. You know what I mean? But yeah. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to go too deep on that, because that's still up in the air with sometimes, because some people do crazy stuff and live what appears to be a good life, and then you got to wonder what's for them after. I ain't gonna go deep on that.
I didn't see the thing.
okay.
I told
But you
you.
said you swung on.
Yeah, because he was playing with something. I didn't see the thing I told you I didn't see the thing that was in his leg until it was like, it was just like.
And what was it?
I never even looked at it. I never even took his pants off. I just seen the blood.
So you just saw him bleeding out of his legs and you didn't even check to see what the wound was, what was causing the. You was a liar. You are a liar.
And I yelled at him like, well, I didn't yell at him when I seen the blood. I yelled at him like, I don't even remember what it was.
Larry's body arrived at the medical examiner's office still wearing Paw Patrol pajamas. His body was also covered in bruises, and while superficial wounds were found on his legs, they showed no signs of deep bleeding. However, both his knee and elbow, suggesting trauma before death. Like his sister, Larry's advanced state of decomposition made it impossible to determine an exact cause of death. Although she claims not to know exactly what caused his injury, she clearly remembers what happened next.
He was just like getting drowsy, like just getting drowsy. Like the last thing he said.
So the last thing he said?
He said, honey, can you lay me down?
What's that?
He said, can I lay him down?
Can you lay him down?
Yes, because he was sitting up in the chair. He said, honey, can you lay me down? And I said, yeah, honey. And I went to smoke, and I turned back around, and it was like, stay. Hey, would not answer me.
Where did you lay him down at?
On the back seat of the car.
Okay. And this was about 2 months ago? Or was it more?
This month is what?
Well, it's the very end of July.
I think May.
Okay. About 2 months ago.
Yes. I've been sitting there for months and months and months and months and months.
In June of 2021, Nicole sent a video to her friend showing the black and yellow tote in the back of her car and spoke about getting odor absorber. According to Nicole, the child would have already been deceased at this time and would soon join his sister in the trunk of the car. Investigators later discovered that neither child had ever seen a doctor in Maryland, had never been enrolled in school, and neither had been reported missing. One additional detail raised further concern. Both children appeared unusually small for their ages.
Malnourished.
It's got to be a 3 or 4 year old kid.
Me and that mom.
The girl was, according to your timeline, about 6 years old when this happened,
Yes.
and she only weighed 18 pounds.
You think that's after all of this? Because they were not tiny. Like, you see them in the pictures that y'all printed out are the pictures that I took.
And then the boy was only 21 pounds.
Oh my
I
God.
don't see how. Because they ate all the time. They ate all the time. They ate all the time. They ate everything.
So maybe,
No.
I mean, is that maybe a contributing factor here?
No, I
If
didn't.
some kind of trauma happened, would it be made worse?
Yeah, I didn't start.
Yep. You malnourished. You starved them. You didn't take care of them. And when you beat on them, that was too much for their little bodies to handle.
Starved them, though. I didn't starve them.
You did.
According to doctors, however, it would have taken several months of malnourishment for the children to attain their low weights. The investigation concluded that both minor children lost their lives due to the neglect and abuse inflicted on them by their Aunt Nicole.
I just can't believe they came up here and made it seem like I was some type of bad person. Like I was some type of troubled person. Like, yes, I've been depressed all my life because I wanted a mama. But I can't believe that she really came up here and made it seem like I was a bad person.
1 month after her arrest, Nicole's mother emailed Baltimore public officials, pleading with them to intervene and protect her remaining grandchild. The email additionally criticized social workers and Deschelle for not safeguarding the children. Multiple news outlets reported that Deschelle created a GoFundMe campaign to raise funds for their burial, and rumors later circulated that she may have launched as many as 4 separate fundraisers, though all have since been deleted. Following her arrest, 33-year-old Nicole Michelle Johnson was held without bond and later indicted on 14 criminal counts. The charges included 2 counts each of first-degree child abuse resulting in death, first-degree child abuse involving severe physical injury, second-degree child abuse, second-degree assault, neglect of a minor, failure to report the death of a minor, and unauthorized disposal of a body. She ultimately pleaded guilty on August 13, 2024 to 2 counts of first-degree child abuse resulting in death. She was sentenced in February 2025 to life in prison, with all but 50 years suspended, as well as an additional 5 years of supervised probation upon her eventual release. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light, you'll find extra footage and unseen details on our Patreon. Channel memberships here on YouTube also.
That's enough. That's crazy. You got to watch who you give your kids to. You got to watch and understand that people have mental disorders. People go through trauma, depression. People are suicidal. People are not stable themselves to be looking after other children, let alone children that are not theirs. You need to weigh all these factors in. I know in this case, you may look and be like, well, it was her sister. She probably never would have thought that. There had to be some signs, though. There had to be signs that your sister was just not a stable person. She said she'd been depressed her whole life. There had to be some kind of clue that giving them to your sister probably was not the best thing to do. Another thing that bothers me about this case is that where's the fathers? You know, the fathers of the children was not mentioned at all. At all. I'm a family man. You know, fathers, we got to be in our kids' lives. You know what I'm saying? We got to step up to the plate. Sometimes it's the mother refusing to allow the father to see the kids, and the father then separates himself. Sometimes it's the father being a deadbeat, having nothing to do with the kids, and is not involved. Whatever the situation, we got to do a better job. You know, we can't have this kind of stuff keep happening in our community, bro. Not even just our community. That shouldn't happen to any child anywhere. Children should not have to suffer like this. I don't care where you from, your background, your ethnicity, your nationality, your race, or any of that. Babies is off limits, man. Children are off limits, man. all this sick, crazy stuff in the world, they're the ones, the innocent ones that don't deserve any of it. You feel me? They're innocent. Children are innocent. They don't deserve this. If you can't take care of kids, man, drop them off, foster care. Drop them off at a police station. Drop them off. Give up your rights to them. Give them to somebody else before things resulting in an outcome like this. She should have gave those kids back. When she couldn't feed them properly, when she couldn't tend to them properly, she should have said, hey, family, y'all have to get these kids. I can't deal with them no more. And before it got this far, where she was beating on this little girl and beating on this little boy, when they were malnourished, she should have turned them over. She could have took them to a police station, a doctor's office, and just left them. She could have told the nurse, hey, I need these two checked out. And while they're getting checked out, I'm going to the bathroom, and just left them there. They would have been then admitted into the foster care program system, where I'm not a fan of that, but this wouldn't have happened. Or at least I would hope this wouldn't have happened. So yeah. Hey, apologies that the bad storm knocked my Wi-Fi out, but we back going again now. It looks like I'm live. It says I'm live, but I don't know. It's doing some weird stuff. I don't know. But I will post this full video on YouTube. It'll be on Twitch for 7 days, because I ain't no affiliate. I don't think I'm still streaming. I don't know. We'll have to see, because it says I'm live here, but I don't see no movement on the video. Still says I'm going though, so I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, we got to do better. We got to do better. We can't continue these things to happen to children, man, or to anybody. There's some sick people out here. There's people that need help. You know, she has to live with what she did. You know, she got life in jail for this. This is going to haunt her until the day she dies. You know, yeah, it's going to haunt her until the day she dies. It's going to haunt her family, the community, people that knew these children, people that knew her. These are stains that are never going to go away. You know what I'm saying? When you do things like this, it affects more than just the people involved. It affects people that knew you, people that knew them, had love for you, had love for them. And it's just a decaying factor on everybody's mental and spiritual. So stay prayed up out there, man. And when y'all see and hear abuse of children, get out of here with that no snitch stuff. When you hear and see the abuse of children, say something, do something. I'm talking about the abuse of innocent children. Don't just stand by there, yo. Just imagine if it was your kid. All the time we'll be like, man, stand by there, yo. Just stand by there, yo. Just imagine if it was your kid. All the time we'll be like, man, if something like that happened to my kid, well, imagine this was happening to your kids and you weren't around to protect them at the time. You want somebody to act like they don't hear and don't see it, or would you want somebody to act on it?